Humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful, and we're beautiful, and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, you must become the victor. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
So you thought we were done with Dragon Age, the Veilguard? No, unfortunately not quite yet. Because Kotaku has put out a list, and we're going to talk about it. The 15 best RPGs of 2024, and guess what makes the list? Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Dragon Age, the Veilguard has been a divisive game. It's been a divisive game, but it made your list of the best for both good and bad faith reasons. And despite its stumbles, it still feels like the result of BioWare having its priorities straight for the first time since Mass Effect 3. Yeah, you remember Mass Effect 3? That game that basically was the beginning of the end for BioWare with that ending that was just atrocious. Yeah, this is the best game since that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, maybe there's something, reassuring about the fact that a rag like Kotaku will always be wrong. It's just like clockwork. They'll always be wrong. They say it's a divisive game for both good and bad faith reasons. What are those reasons? Why don't you elaborate? Why don't you go into that a little bit further? No, just, they're bad faith reasons. No, the reasons that people don't like the game, they're all good faith reasons. They're all reasons that are perfectly valid, and the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The sales numbers for this are atrocious. The player numbers for this are atrocious. I don't know why we're still talking about it. The Veilguard features one of the studio's best casts. Oh my God. Gutting narrative twists. Yes, gutting. As though the writer stabbed you right in the gut and made a twist. It was painful. It was agonizing. It was atrocious. Difficult decisions. The only difficult decision was if you had already purchased the game, whether you actually wanted to waste your time playing it. That was the only difficult decision. I mean, I could be playing another game, but I paid money for this. I gotta beat it. That was the difficult decision. That was the agonizing decision. With it, BioWare is making a concerted effort to wrap up over a decade of world building and potentially make space for what comes next. Nobody, and I mean nobody, right now wants another Dragon Age. You have violated this franchise into the ground. Whatever that looks like, it feels good to be excited for the studio's future once more. Kenneth Shepard. Well, Kenneth, I don't know if you played the game. I don't know if you were just paid to write this. I don't know if this is even made by a human. This could be AI. This feels soulless and generic and just gutting narrative twists. Really? Gutting narrative twists. Huh, that's an interesting one. No, Dragon Age the Veilguard, as I've said before, was atrocious. It's a 2 out of 10 game. And it's a game that's already on sale for about half off. The lowest that I've seen it right now is $29.99 or $29.95, whatever. But the fact of the matter is this. The game was terrible. The media tried to lie to the public in order to get them to buy it. And then immediately, once the public wasn't biting on that, in order to save what was left of their reputation, they did a total about face and then started shit-talking the game. And it's sort of, it's jarring to watch people do such a crazy 180. Because Dragon Age the Veilguard was being glazed in the beginning of November And now at the end of December, these same people are saying that it's atrocious. You know, they have to use buzzwords and innuendo to sort of make up for the fact that people didn't like it. So here we got Mark Kern weighing in. Kotaku names Dragon Age of Veilguard one of the top 15 RPGs of 2024. Gutting narrative twist. Blames controversy on bad faith reasons. Yeah, that's what they do. Kotaku is retarded. Boy, you said it. Kotaku's still on that shill money and ignoring how bad it's doing. Well, top 15 is a low bar, isn't it? Even still, it's not top 15. There's no way it's top 15. Let's take a look at the Steam charts. Let's take a look at the Steam charts. I want to see what it's at right now. Dragon Age Veilguard. What's the player count? So over the holiday weekend, you know, it's Christmas and Hanukkah, and I think Kwanzaa, and it's got 11,000 concurrent players. Understand, this game has been out for about 2 months now. It's deeply discounted. But I want you to keep in mind that, like, the holiday game was this game. This was BioWare's holiday game. Like, they were probably betting that they release it in November so that you would buy it as a gift for Christmas. And they have 11,000 people playing right now on a Sunday. It's a weekend. Peak 24 hours, 13,500 people. And you want to put it in the top 15? It's crazy. And the reason I do videos like this is because I just need to drive the point home over and over and over and over again, because these people don't get it, and it needs to be reiterated. These people are slow learners. It takes them 10 plus years, even if you explain it in basic English. What you are doing is not working. Obviously. When you have a cast of characters that are created by people...
So this guy...
by people who look like this that I'm about to pull up.
Humans are...
This, as we're about to take a look, is from my YouTube community tab. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider. I shit post all the time. This picture on the top is BioWare from the past. This is old BioWare. What you're looking at on the bottom is new BioWare. Do you notice the difference? The one above looks like a bunch of friends getting together to make a video game because it's fun. The second one looks like an HR meeting. Now, some people will disagree with me, but I think this is observably true. The more women that you introduce to a male-dominated space, the worse it's going to get. That is not an attack on all women. I know that some people will take it that way. It's just a reality. It's a reality that when you have something like this, when you have a game like this, having a bunch of dudes who probably play D&D a lot will be able to make a better experience for other people who like D&D than the women that we see here that probably laughed at all the guys who like D&D when they were in school. Probably made fun of them. My point is that there is a stark contrast between what was made in the past and what is made today. I actually went back and I beat GoldenEye 007. I played it on the my Xbox Series X. That game is amazing. I beat everything on Double O Agent. So now I'm playing some Perfect Dark because I got Game Pass, might as well. And it's so much fun. These games in the past are just so good. And after this, guess what? I've got Halo. I'm actually going to go back and beat all 3 Halo games. I'm going back and playing games from the past because the current games are so shockingly shit. They're boring and one-dimensional and woke and made by a group of women that look like they're from HR. And that's not the game that I want to play. Who thought it was a good idea to make a Gears of War game and have a female main character? That person should be fired, not just from the job, but from the planet. Catapult them into the sun. That was one of the most atrocious ideas. And unfortunately, that sort of attitude, that sort of mentality is fostered. Here, I'll make it super simple for you. No disgusting, degenerate, just unctuous, gross shit in the game. No fetishes, none of that. We want a masculine, strong character. And I know some people say, I don't mind playing as a female character. Sure, I don't mind playing as a female character either, but it's not my first preference. It's not what I want to do. I'll play Stellar Blade and it'll be a great game, but I'm thinking the whole time, I'd rather be basically a male version of this kicking ass. That's my go-to. I don't want to play as the female character. And guess what? There are a lot of guys like me. So you can either continue to lose money and make these androgynous-looking freak characters that nobody really relates to or likes, or you can do what I say, which is to make your men masculine and make your women feminine. And guess what? Guess who did that? Guess who did that? Bucking all the trends after the colossal failure of Concord. Marvel Rivals. I'm having so much fun playing that game. Guess what? Storm has big tits. Big tits and big thighs. Guess who else? Guess who's got big ass hips? Big old womanly childbearing hips. Hela. In fact, most of the female characters. You know why? Because they understood the assignment. They're like, we can't afford for this to fail. They understood the assignment, and guess what? Whether these ugly, disgusting feminist freaks like it or not, aesthetics do matter. Now, the game is fun. The game is, colorful, dynamic, all that other stuff. Sure. But aesthetically, it's pleasing. And, the Hulk looks awesome. Thor looks awesome. All the characters look really good. And that goes a long, long, long way, whether these people like it or not. And that brings us back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. When you make the characters ugly, when you make them start a conversation with, I'm non-binary, when you make that non-binary character that you're trying to get people to relate to, when you're making them the most obnoxious, unbearable character that you absolutely 100% want to see killed or dismissed from the party, and you don't allow us to do that, you're going to piss us off. And that's what you did. You pissed people off. You actually did far more damage to your cause that you believe in than I ever could do with my channel in 100 years. Because you're unbearable, unpleasant, disgusting people. And the only thing that is required to prove that to be true is you talking and being yourself. That manifests in the most toxic and ugly ways imaginable, and people pick up on that and they want nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with some deeper form of prejudice or hatred. It's just basic human biology. We're social creatures. We can pick up on what you're putting down, and we don't want any of it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you next time.